Hey everyone, it's Karen with the Yes Please Paper Crafts, and in this video I'm going to be creating a scrapbook layout for the COAPA Cutfiles birthday celebration. This is their 3rd birthday, and I'm super excited to be joining in on this YouTube hop. And I will put a link to the COAPA Cutfiles Etsy store in the description below if y'all want to check them out. But I am loving their cut files. I actually picked up this cut file last year. This is called the Messy Stars 2. And I've been wanting to use it, and I just haven't had a chance to use it yet on a layout. And I thought this one would be a perfect one to use for this YouTube hop. And I just thought it was super cute. Okay, so the theme for the hop is birthday celebrations. And so I thought I would scrapbook this picture of my brother Bobby. This was taken this year in February. It was his birthday, and he came over from Florida to visit me and my mom, and we took him to lunch to celebrate his birthday. And after we ate lunch, the waitress brought him over this bread pudding, and it had a candle on it, so we were able to sing him happy birthday. And I snapped this picture of him, and I think it's a really super cute picture of my brother. I just wish I could see him more often and that he didn't live so far away, but it was awesome that he got to come over for a visit for his birthday. Okay, so after I picked out my cut file and my picture, I was thinking about what collection or paper I should use for this layout, and immediately I thought of this collection from Simple Stories called 𝗬𝗏 𝗀. I picked this up last year. I can't remember where I got it. It was either from Tuesday Mornings or the Simple Stories warehouse. I think they have an outlet store for Simple Stories. I picked it up from either one of those places. It's a 12 by 12 collector essentials kit, which is really awesome because it comes with additional embellishments as well as the paper. And I just thought that this collection was perfect. Not only is it called 𝗬𝗏 𝗀, and this is a layout about my brother, but the colors in this collection couldn't be more perfect for my picture. So I just love that. That's just awesome. Okay, so let me go ahead and take this out of this record sleeve. This is a record sleeve that I get from Amazon, and I use these to store my collections because it holds 12 by 12 paper, and you can also include other things as well because it's a little bit of an oversized pocket. It's very durable, and they last a really long time, and I never had one split on me, and I like that it's open at the top. So super awesome. I love using those to store my collections. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at what we have here. So this collection kit came with 2 of these embellishments. I don't remember which ones it came with. One of them was extra. So when I purchased this essentials kit, I also picked up another one of these, but I don't remember which ones. I think the chipboard and this, what is this one called? The ephemera bits and pieces. I think this was the one that came in there. And then maybe I picked this one up separately. I can't remember. Okay, so that's what was in there. But if you are looking for this, you could still find it on the Simple Stories outlet store because they have some of the older collections. They had it available for a long time over there. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to do is to look at my papers and try to see if I can figure out what paper to use as my background, and then also what papers I'm going to use to back my cut file. And I just love going through the papers. This is the most fun part of the process for me. And I'm not really sure if I'm going to leave this cut file white or if I might color it with some Copic markers. I'll have to wait and see because this collection has a cream base. It's not really a white in this collection. And so I might actually prefer making this a different color, but I think it's going to depend on what pictures or what papers I decide to use. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at the paper that's in this collection. And we'll start with this one here. I think this is a really cool paper. It's kind of a diagonal wide stripe. And that's really cool. That would make a really cool background. And let's go ahead and do this as well so we can kind of get an idea of how that would look. And that would look super awesome. So I'm actually loving that one already. Let's see what's on the back of this. Okay, so it has kind of like a cream color background with black words. I really love this side. Okay, so then we have a wood grain. I really don't think that this wood grain really suits my picture because in the picture, it has kind of almost like a mahogany wood in the chairs and tables. And this is a more rustic wood. It just really doesn't go, it kind of clashes with the picture. Okay, and then on the back of that is kind of a white and gray polka dot. Okay, then we have this 2x2 cut apart, which is really cute. But I could probably cut some of this up to use as embellishments, but I also have some of the ephemera. So let's turn this over and see what's on the other side. Okay, so this paper perfectly matches my brother's shirt. It's almost too matchy-matchy. So that's really cute, but I think it's a little bit too much of a good thing. So I think we're going to skip that paper. Okay, so here is a plaid paper. It has two different colors of blues, a cream and a red. And that's really pretty. But I think it's a little bit too busy for a background. Okay, the other side has this really cool polka dot paper. And that's really cute. But to me, it almost looked like a more feminine layout when I added this paper. It's very pretty and almost a little bit too feminine, I think, for this picture of my brother. Okay, so now we have the 4x4 cut aparts. And then kind of a busy print. I think that's going to be too busy. Okay, here is a triangular geometric pattern. And that's super cool. And I still think that this is a little bit too busy for a background. Okay, this one's really cool with the stars. That would be cute. And I like that one okay. It's not my favorite. I'm still leaning towards the very first paper that we looked at, which was that striped, very wide striped paper. Okay, that one's okay. Okay, here's a paper that looks like blue jeans, and that's really cool. But I think it's going to maybe be too much blue. I do like this paper better than the other blue one that we had looked at, but still I think a little bit too much blue. Okay, here's a yellow paper. Okay, I really like that paper, but still not as much as the first. But I think for sure I would use this paper to back one or more of the stars because I love the contrast between this and the darker colors. Okay, and then we have this paper here with the banners, which that's too busy. Here is the 4x6 cut aparts. And then on the back of that is this gray, kind of a check pattern. Almost looks like a woven fabric. And I like this paper, but I don't think it really suits the look and feel of my layout, which is a birthday celebration. It's a little bit more sophisticated, so we're going to skip that one. Okay, they have a lot of busy paper in this. This is another busy pattern. And oh my goodness, that one just makes my eyes hurt. But we'll give it a try anyway. Okay, I'm not going to be using that. Okay, here are the 3x4 cut aparts. This is really cute. I like this one here with the stars on it. So I might could cut this one and use it for some journaling. That'd be really cute. And then there is a plaid on the back. And I do like this plaid. I think that's really adorable. Okay, so that's probably my second favorite out of the papers that we have looked at. And then there's this one with the words. And I do like that one. So out of the papers, I would have to say it would probably be the first one. But that's really cool too. I like this red. It's a red tone-on-tone diagonal stripe. And I really like that. It picks up on the colors in the dessert. And then also kind of plays off of the color of the furniture without being too overpowering. But I think I might just use this paper to cut out a couple of the stars. And I think we're going to go back and look at that very first paper and see if maybe we still like it. Okay, so let's go ahead and try this one again. And yeah, I think we're going to go with this paper here. So we're going to go with this paper, and I'm going to use some of the other papers to do the, and I'm going to use some of the other papers to back my stars. And then we'll just go from there. So y'all know I can't scrap and talk at the same time. So I'm going to go ahead and speed this up and do a voiceover later. And so let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so there are a lot of other YouTubers who are participating in this YouTube hop to help celebrate the COAPA Cutfiles birthday, and so I would encourage you to go out and check out all of their videos, and I'll have links to everyone's videos in the description below. So if you want to join the hop, you can just click on those links to join in. And so I'm going to get started here with my layout, and I'm looking through the different papers trying to figure out what papers to use to back my cut file, and also which papers I want to use to create some mats or layers behind my photo. And I decided on this really pretty yellow paper because I just loved it so much. I think it's really going to stand out against the black that's on that background paper that I had selected. So there's lots of different ways to back a cut file, and you could either take the pieces that come out of the cut file and trace around them, or you can use the cut file itself as a template and trace around it. And I like to do that on the back of the paper if I can. If I don't really care about what part of the paper I'm using, I will just trace on the back, so I don't have to worry about the pencil lines and having to erase anything. But if you want to make sure that you get a particular part of your pattern paper, you're going to want to trace on the front side of the paper, and just do that with a pencil. It makes it a lot easier, and then you can go ahead and cut it out, and if you need to, just erase it. Okay, so I'm just going to take some liquid glue. This is the Bearly Arts liquid glue, and I'm just going to add a small amount of glue all the way around the edge of the star, and then I'm going to put my cut star on top of that. And this was a really easy cut file to work with. It was only 6 stars that I needed to cut out, and I think it was a lot of fun, and it really adds just a really amazing dramatic effect to this layout, and I just really think that that cut file is amazing. Okay, so I wanted to also mention that I did think a little bit about just cutting out 6 stars and different patterns of paper, and then using some foam tape and popping it up and putting it on top of the cut file in the same places, you know, where I'm backing those stars. And that's another way that you can use a cut file, and that's a really cool effect as well. But I did want to add some dimension using some other stars that were in my ephemera and in the chipboard that was included in this collection from Simple Stories. And so I decided that I would just go ahead and just back the cut file with some pattern paper and not add any dimension. But it's a lot of fun to do that as well, to add the dimension and to pop up your elements using foam tape. Okay, so I decided to take a little bit of a break from backing the cut file and look through the ephemera, and I was trying to get some stuff off of that chipboard, and the chipboard was all falling apart. That's one of the things I don't like about the Simple Stories chipboard, is that chipboard doesn't stay together. So I went ahead and just separated it from the packaging, and I'm just going through it here and selecting some things from the chipboard that I think would work really well with the layout. And I found these little black and white checkered stars, and those were just adorable, and I'm going to use 3 of those on my layout. Okay, so now I'm going to go through some of the ephemera packs. I have 2 ephemera packs. I have one that has tags and labels, and then the other one has images. And I'm just going through all of this ephemera and looking to see what things I think might go with my layout, and just pulling some things out, and just to try to get an idea of what things I have available and what colors. There were some really cute ephemera pieces. A lot of them had sayings that I didn't think really suited my layout, but this is a really cute collection. And I wanted to make sure that I could figure out what I had to work with to build my clusters before I finished backing my cut file, just to make sure that I chose the right pattern paper and the right colors for those remaining stars. Okay, so I did find a couple of pieces that I'm going to put at the bottom right hand corner. I'm going to create a little cluster right there, down there at the bottom. And that's going to really be the only cluster that I have on this layout. The rest of my embellishments are going to go around the circle, and I just love the way that this layout turned out in the end. I did have that word cool there, but I'm going to end up not using that. And then the word, that big epic at the top, that's going to become part of my title. And that was just the perfect thing for this layout. Okay, so I finished backing the cut file and it turned out so cute. I just love the colors in this collection. And now I'm going to work on my picture. I decided to crop my picture down just a little bit more, and then I'm going to back my picture with several different papers. I wanted the picture to really stand out against the background, and I think adding mats or layers behind the picture is going to really help that. And so I'm just looking through all of the different papers, and I decided to use this paper that looks like denim jeans. Also the yellow paper that I used for the stars. And then I'm also going to use this red and white diagonal stripe paper. It's like a tone-on-tone stripe. And I think that this is really going to add a lot to the photo. And I used the yellow as my first layer because that really helped the picture to pop off from the background. Okay, so this is where I'm going to go ahead and use my We Are Memory Keepers layering guides. I like to use these when I'm matting a photo multiple times because you can get an even border around your entire photo and around the mats. And so I'm starting off here with a 1/8 inch border, and then later I decided that I wanted it to be even thinner, and I'm going to go back around it with the 1/16 inch. And I'm just going to make it a 1/16 inch border around for the yellow, a 1/8 inch border for the blue, and then a 1/4 inch border for the red. So I do have a video on my YouTube channel where I showed how to use these We Are Memory Keepers layering guides and shared some tips. So if y'all like to see that video, I'll put a link in the description below to where you can find that. Okay, so now that I have my picture matted, I'm going to go ahead and work on my title. And so I wanted to make the title be Epic Birthday, and I'm trying to figure out how to fit the word birthday in there, and also trying to look for a set of thickers that I think would work for this layout. And so I decided to actually use these white canvas stickers. It's like a chipboard with a fabric on the top of it. They're super cool. And I'm going to go ahead and just spell out the word birthday there. And at first I was thinking I was going to put it on a slant to go along with the paper, but later I'm going to change it and I'm going to go straight across. Okay, so now that I have my title, I'm going to try to figure out the placement of the photo and the title and the cut file, and just try to see how I can best fit this all onto this layout. So I think one of the biggest challenges when scrapbooking is the title, especially when you use individual letters and you're trying to move things around. It really does create a bit of a challenge. And so what I ended up doing was I decided to get out my alignment guides that are from We Are Memory Keepers. These are thicker alignment guides, and I just went ahead and put the title onto this. And it's just a plastic template that you can use. And then once I have my title on there, I can take that entire piece and move it around the layout until I can try to figure out how I am going to put the title onto this layout. And this is one of the challenges here with trying to work with really large elements and trying to get them all to fit onto one 12 by 12 layout. And I just thought that I should put the title at an angle and follow the paper because I really liked the way that that looked, but I could not figure out how to get my picture on there with the title at an angle. And so I'm going to end up flipping it a little bit or moving it a little bit so that the title goes straight across the top of the layout above the picture. And I really loved how that came out. So now that I've figured out the placement of everything, I'm going to start gluing everything down. Okay, so I just added some liquid glue to the back of my cut file, and then I'm just going to glue that directly down to the background. And then once I have that done, I am going to start playing with the embellishments and trying to figure out how to embellish this layout. Okay, and I did decide I wanted to create a little bit of a cluster at the bottom right corner, and I'm going to add the date there. And I added those little shoes. Those were super cute. And I was trying to fit the word totally there as well as the hey bruh. But I think I'm going to end up not using the totally because I just thought it was a little bit too much down there in the corner. But I am going to use that totally. It's going to go up there at the top and become part of the title. And my title for this layout is Totally Epic Birthday. And I just loved that title. It was just perfect for this layout. Okay, so I am continuing to add more stars. I wanted to also add 3 of the black and white words. And so I have so cool. Over on the right, there's totally up in the title, and then it's all good down there on the left corner by the group of stars. And I did also find some stars in the ephemera pack in different colors. I think I had red, blue, and gray, and then the black and white stars from the chipboard. And so that was a really good find in the ephemera to have all of those extra stars to add to this layout. So I also popped up quite a few of the die cuts using foam tape to add some more dimension. I used foam tape on the back of all of the little black and white quotes and all of the stars, and also on that hey bruh that was down there by the shoes. I love adding dimension to a layout, and so that was a lot of fun to pop all of those things up. I also popped up the word epic, and I just wanted things to really stand out and pop off of the background. Okay, so this layout is just about done, but I did want to add in some enamel dots. I just think that would add such a fun element to this layout. And I had some enamel dots from Echo Park, but I couldn't find any blue that I liked. So I got out one of my acrylic drawers where I have enamel dots stored by color. This is my blue drawer, and I'm just looking through that drawer to see if I can find something that would match my layout. Okay, so I'm going to add enamel dots in yellow, red, and blue. And I like to add those to each cluster. I'll add 3 in different sizes and different colors. And that's going to pretty much complete this layout. So I really do encourage you guys to go and check out everyone else's video that is participating in this YouTube hop. And be sure and go check out the COAPA Cutfile store. They have some really awesome cut files over there. Okay, so if y'all like this scrapbook process video, please give this video a like. And if you are not subscribed and you'd like to see more videos, please subscribe to my channel. I would love to have you as a subscriber. Okay, I have some close-ups here, and that's pretty much all I have. So y'all take care. Hope y'all have an awesome day, and I hope to see you next time. Bye now.